Yeah, we're all in. In hand, breaks it down, he takes a stand. Raw and loud, the comments scroll. Same old game, same tired role. They bought the crown, then priced the seats. Bleeding fans in rows of seats. Greed on top, the card gets thin. The same old faces cashing in. No more spark, no more swing. Just a brand in a gold chain. You can hear the room go cold when the soul gets sold. It's Jake's way or the highway. Bend the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee, it's my way. Heed the warning, heed the warning, heed the warning, listen to me. Look alive, should be watching NXT, should be watching NXT, should be watching NXT, should be watching NXT. With empty eyes, swap the fight for cheaper ties. Celebs in the spotlight glare while the wrestlers wait out there. Slow decay in every town. Crowds get thin when trust goes down. They took the ring and left a stain. Still we scream it through the pain. No more spark, no more swing. Just a brand in a gold chain. You can hear the room go cold when the soul gets sold. It's Jake's way or the highway. Bend the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee, it's my way. Heed the warning, heed the warning, heed the warning, listen to me. Look alive, should be watching NXT, should be Did we just see one huge swing, one strange call, one match change the feed? Jake says run that back and the room goes wild. We're not here to play it safe, we're here to call it live. Live, 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 live. Into somewhere tonight, into somewhere, Jake. We review it live tonight. We take it all the way. Into somewhere tonight. Say what worked, what broke. Into somewhere tonight. Into somewhere. Into somewhere. Ashes here, feel the flow. Italy is ready. Cody, let's go. Go, go, go.
How the hell are we, chat? Glad to have you here, Rabbit. It is June 1st, 2026. Glad to see you all and have you all present. Holy hell, that was, wow. But it's supposed to be turn the volume down. There we go. Woo! Didn't want to turn down. It's June 1st, 2026. It is I, Jake, a.k.a. Countdown Ended. Happy to be here and welcome you all to the Into Somewhere Raw review. Hopefully everybody's doing well today, the 1st of June. It's a new month in a new day in the same year. Just like it's the same old Raw. But what is a little bit same but not old is my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the one, the only, Cody O'Needy.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I thought this Monday Night Raw, honestly, or Day Raw, whatever you like to call it, was a snooze fest, to be honest with you. It was rinse and repeat. A pay-per-view coming to you later this month. Rinse and repeat.
You know it. Indeed so. It's been an interesting, go of things for the weekend of wrestling. There's been a lot of content, some amazing, some lackluster, some interesting. But no matter what, I would say everything was entertaining. Excuse me, now the Cottonmouth acts up. But hopefully everybody's doing well. Glad to have you here. Cody and I are going to break down Monday Night Raw. Glad to see that, we're getting some momentum from different people. Femi, Ruka. Like, it's not entirely all the same, but boy, oh boy, did they really legitimately neuter the werewolf.
So, Femi, you have to have him face jobbers every week after beating Brock Lesnar. But when he loses to Brock Lesnar, he gets to be in a King of the Ring tournament for a world title.
Yes. Because it was never about facing the jobbers. It was always about getting back to Brock Lesnar. So Brock was going to answer his open challenge by whooping his ass. And
I'm just saying...
It was always about who's next to face him. Who's next?
Theoretically. Like, why didn't he get put in some sort of number one contenders match for a world title after beating Brock Lesnar?
Because in story, I don't know the real explanation, but in storyline, that's not what he wanted to have this open challenge. He wanted to face the roster. Like, that's what he called out. He
still dumb either way.
I'm not disagreeing with that. It is pretty damn stupid, but still. Finn Balor just randomly got traded to Smackdown, and most people don't even know it because it happened during the commercial break. Cody. So you had Byron Saxton during commercial break interviewing different stars. And then you see Judgment Day allies JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio. And they come out.
Wait, so the commercial stuff isn't even canon, because when we saw that backstage segment later in the night, JD looked like he couldn't stand Dominic.
So it does say allies turned enemies, but whatever. Finn Balor has officially been part of the Raw roster since he was drafted there in 2021, and Balor split with the Judgment Day. We know the history, but yeah, so he basically, for no explanation given to the audience as of now, it's just been said that Byron Saxton announces that Balor has been traded to the Blue Brand show. Well, he confirmed it after JD said, yeah, he's over there now. Good riddance.
Well, I thought he had this story with Roxanne going on.
I guess at least he's done with Judgment Day. That never happened, Cody. That storyline never happened. I keep telling you this. You're in the Raw Insane Asylum.
God.
Somehow I'm the one getting medicated here. Like, I don't get it. But you're the crazy one, because I keep telling you that storyline never happened. Roxanne, Finn.
Roxanne was with Finn.
You're imagining things. See, I'm the one being treated here, but you're the one that's crazy. Finn and Roxanne never met backstage in the Judgment Day clubhouse to talk about colluding together and working together. And I think you need to be in the straitjacket, and I need to be released. So
maybe.
Listen here, Meow. That's what this is. This is a mutiny on the show into somewhere, and we need to stop it instantly, because Finn Balor is now on SmackDown. He said, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit,
he was told, pick your poison, buddy. You're either going to be stuck in that Judgment Day vortex, or you're going to go to SmackDown.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, he had a couple of options, and he was like, well, I could do A, or I could do B. And I'm like, that's pretty damn interesting. It really is. And
which one's worse? Being stuck in the Judgment Day vortex or going to SmackDown?
I would definitely say the Judgment Day vortex. SmackDown is, in fact, the land of opportunity. So anything is possible there, and I feel like, you know, people will get the chance to sink or swim anyways. I'm gonna say that. So at least at the end of the day, we will hopefully get.
Do you still view SmackDown as that type of show? Like, it's still
Finn Balor,
the land of opportunity to you?
Yeah. I mean, look at what's going on over there compared to what pretty much is happening on Raw.
Raw, they have the same cast of characters.
I rest my case.
Yep. You're right. And now in SmackDown, at least they try to give someone new a push.
Objection. Leading the judge. No. Overruled. Blowing the witness.
Oh.
I'm the witness, right? No?
Maybe.
I'm the plaintiff? Oh, fuck. Never mind. I don't like this court anymore. I want to go home. This place sucks. You know what is good news?
Ask the court.
I mean, like, really good news? It's this 20-second teaser promo about the new album that dropped today.
Oh, yeah.
Feel the flow, Italy is ready. Cody, let's go.
So you can go ahead, and pick that up wherever streaming music is available right now. Into somewhere. The B-side hits and rarities out now. 18 tracks out there for free. And there's no copywriting on this one. So if you guys want to use it on YouTube, Shorts, whatever, I figured out what I did wrong the first time. So Jake DeMarco should not be getting claimed by Jake DeMarco at the very least. But feel free to use these songs. And yeah, we've gone ahead and submitted them to, because we have one song that is explicit. One, and that's on the first album. And I did that intentionally because you can swear, but people didn't even realize I wasn't swearing in the music. It's never been brought up. And it was by design because it's been so easily featured that we now have over 80,000 listeners monthly on just YouTube Music. So that's pretty cool. So go check out both albums and, let me know what you think. I know people are like, oh, it's not all AI music. I mean, like 89% of it is me. And then I use some type of voice filter. I mean, I'm singing it. I just put a voice filter over the end of it so you don't hear my terrible voice. You end up getting whatever,
I thought your voice was beautiful. You sing to me every night or bed and stuff like that.
It's pretty good, but
they can't hear us, right?
Stay sexy. Yeah, I gotta get your Winter Soldier command as a button so we can go ahead and just activate you when needed. It'd be pretty good. But yeah, we've got this even submitted, I guess, to Roblox. DistroKid put it up, so it is literally going to be everywhere you can find streaming music online. So please go ahead, check that out. Let us know what you think. It's original music from the show, obviously, but there's also a few remastered favorites. Some of the highest requested tracks have gotten professional touch. So I actually was contacting a guy. He let me send him the stems, and then he sent back these great updated remastered tracks without charging us. So that was beautiful to get some type of non-professional, professional editing on top of it. But it's also men's mental health month and mental health awareness, so go ahead and keep that in mind. Make sure you help people speak out, because you never know what somebody else is going through. And it's also Pride Month. Sir. Cody, you made me these amazing profile pictures. So my Twitter has been updated with the banner and profile picture that you made for me, and I wear it with pride. Get it?
Oh, wait. You made it with pride?
There you go. Tough crowd. I guess because Cody likes to taste the rainbow, nobody else does. I mean, there's at least we could say Jade Cargill attacked Charlotte after Clash in Italy. So that's interesting. They're going apparently with these two having a feud going forward, and I don't know what people got to see for that, but it was a decent attack and interesting nonetheless. We saw Cody and Roman also have that kind of moment. They re-aired it on Raw, of course. And
so Roman's next few feuds, Cody solo. Okay. Let me calm down. I'm sorry.
I know, when they have so many better options and things set up. And why would they want champion versus champion? Oh, we're sending Jay over there. Not Jimmy, because Jimmy's never been champ at all. They instead say, hey, Jimmy, you're going to stay with me. Jay, you've held this one. You never held the other one. Go get it. So he values Jay more still than Jimmy. And wouldn't he send Jacob, of all people? Like,
you would think.
Jay's a fuck up, right? I mean, it's as far as being in the bloodline and getting stuff done, but we've been down this road, and we'll get there, of course. We're going to get into the Raw review, but I mean, it's a lot, it's the same old on Raw yet again. And we've been down this miserable existence of road before, and it has a long stretch. People are thinking that Femi is buried because he took one loss. And I'm like, did you not see what happened? The bell didn't even ring, and he was set up for a frickin' F5. He was on Lesnar's shoulders when they finally were like, Lesnar bum rushed him. He didn't even get his necklace off. He was trying to get the Dunkin' Donut Munchkin necklace off. And he got hit with multiple F5s. He got put through a freaking table. What else happened? He got Kimura locked. I think it was 7 F5s, a table. And that was probably one of the best table rise spots we've seen in ages. Usually it's so cliche. The guy gets in or up at 9, and then they do like they're made of slinky, a spring suddenly. And they're like, boing, and they bounce into the ring. Come on, Slink, do it. Rocket power.
Slinky Slinker.
Yeah, they activate the rocket. Gets him right in there. Instead, Obafemi hits 6, and he just fucking stands up. He doesn't get up and immediately dart into the ring. He gets up. And he stares Lesnar down. And Lesnar, for the first time possibly in his career, in a legitimate sense, I know it's still kayfabe, work with me here, folks. In a kayfabe, legitimate sense, looked scared, looked frightened, looked concerned, looked like he couldn't believe his eyes. Like, how are you getting up? I've given you everything. It took 3 F5s for the Undertaker's streak. He took Cena to Suplex City. He beat Goldberg in seconds. You know what I mean? Like, these things have happened and happened and happened. And then they say, oh, well, Lesnar and Cody, they went down that road. So now they're trying to relive the same thing with Roman and Cody. And I'm like, it's not the same at all. You can't compare Lesnar or either of those two to Lesnar and vice versa. And then, even worse, it's like, who's going to retire Lesnar? What are we getting next? Because you heard him. I'll see you in a bit. So it sounds like his focus is on King of the Ring. So does Lesnar cost Obafemi King of the Ring? You said yes. I seem to think so. Or else, how does he not win it?
Yeah, if Lesnar...
Unless the plan is for Obafemi to win, I don't know where they really go from here. We'll break that whole King of the Ring thing down shortly, but I just wanted to bring this up before we really get into the weeds with it. It's unfortunate. Diverticulitis retires Lesnar. Indeed. What's going on, Nate, Cody, Pico, Liz, Stewart, and so many others in the chat? We could get Cody versus Balor, which would be great. There's a lot on the bone with Cody Rhodes, just not with the people they laid out. There are many other people I'd like to see besides just him and CM Punk as well. Balor being one of them, but there are many other stars and talents that could work with Cody right now that I would love to see. So it's unfortunate, but Trick being one of them. But I know he's got the U.S. title, but regardless, there's several people that have said they'd never return to wrestling Cody. They're like, no, we're done. We won't do it again. And now you've got Jimmy Hart, who said that he wouldn't come back, especially because of Hogan passing and all these things. So the Mouth in the South was done. Until what? What do you think?
It wasn't.
Like all wrestling things, you wise ass, yes, until it wasn't. But no, until Danhausen appears. And he's like, I would love to work with Danhausen. He's like, I wanted it called Smacked. And it calls for Saturday Morning Action Club Kids, if you spell it out. And it would be me, R-Truth, and Danhausen. He's like, and we would have had like a kids' TV shows because you're not doing a kids thing. Yeah. He's like, if you go to Walmart or Target and look at everything WWE, 70% of it is marketed to children, which is why he thinks a kid show would be great. He's not wrong, but that's why Danhausen is doing so well too. Like the adults do enjoy him for the innuendo.
Like kids,
that would be funny. I think it would have worked.
I think
then you follow it up with Shooting Smack with Jake Roberts and John Laurinaitis.
Ooh.
Right? I mean, back alley hose.
That'd be beautiful, no?
Back Alley Hose 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, Punk is on vacation, right? Like from everything we've seen, he's not coming back till SummerSlam. That's how it feels.
Who's that
no
guy?
No doubt about it. Another thing is, like, I haven't heard it before because when I was watching on the regular Netflix, not international, and they played it previous only on the international feed. So Ethan Page's remixed theme is terrible. They lose the that was like the best part. And then they also get rid of the, ego, like the crowd was doing it for them. It's a really bland downgrade of a great theme. His theme was one of my top favorites going right now. So it's just very upsetting that, honestly, it is, because I like him so much. I really enjoy Ethan Page. And anytime they mess with your theme, it feels like it goes south very quickly. I don't know. It's just worrisome to me. As foolish as it may sound, it bothers me. It really does. What if... I know we're going to get into the whole tournament thing when we break down Raw, but I wanted to bring up this idea to you just in case we do run out of time together. What do you think if Io does win and goes ahead and challenges Rhea? Now, we've seen that match a million times, right? It feels like, 7 times?
Probably.
But Rhea's never won. Not once. And now Rhea's champion, so why wouldn't Io pick her? And that would be the whole story. Like, they're best friends, and they were working together, but you left me to go to the other show to be champion. Now I have a chance to be champ. How can I not take it?
But they think she's basically with Morgan, right?
I don't know. I think it would be more interesting to see her pick. Like, everyone thinks she's going to pick Liv.
I think there's more of a story between
her and Rhea.
Yeah, everyone thinks she's going to pick Liv, but why would she? With Liv, that's a bit of an X factor. She's beaten Rhea every time. That's a done deal, sure thing. Triple threat, beat her. Singles match, beat her. No holds barred, beat her. Anything goes, no rules, no Speaking
DQ,
of this Queen of the Ring tournament.
Sloppy bathtub match.
With what they did tonight,
beat her.
Do they have to have Raquel and Liv advance a few times to get that possibility? Oh my God, they're going to face each other. You have to follow through on that now, right? After what they did tonight.
Possibly. We'll get into the brackets shortly. I've got them laid out later in my notes for us for the updated ones, because we've got Seth, Javon, Ricky, and Tala. The Tala one. He's much taller than the rest of us. The Tongan. He's taking on... Why
not just add like Sammy in there or something? Why
the winner of this
such a mismatch
that we saw tonight? I don't know. And then we're getting, it's like, hey, we've got Omos and the Big Show and Andre the Giant.
Put people in there, though, that's actually going to win it. That's basically what it is.
With the Microman referee, it's just so bizarre. I use the tongues at the buffet, the Tongans. Queen of the Ring facing Tala Tonga would be hilarious, but Becky, Alexa, Liv, and Chelsea. See, everybody makes sense here, but Liv's got the title. I know she defended it. She defended it multiple times. I had the explanation picked up here. Hold on. I will get back to it in a second for you folks, because it was kind of a very lackluster yet uninteresting claim as to why she felt it was okay for her to be in the tournament. No one wants to contend
for her title, right?
Yeah. So right here, she said it had me thinking about it all. Well, she said it had me thinking all the peeps that say Liv isn't worth being champ. You know what that made me think? That made me think I am what I am, entering the Queen tournament because I want it all. I want it all, so I'm taking it all because I am the greatest women's world champion of all time.
She said she's going to prove she's a defending champion, though, winning the tournament.
Time.
She said it even... Did you hear how she said it at that post show?
No.
Oh my god.
It was
Do you want
grating. No. I'm sure it's very grating. And I know that's supposed to be the intent behind it, but I don't know. There's a difference between like people booing because they play along with the Dom got so much heat during the commercial break tonight. It was really cool, but this is not it. People just don't want to hear you screech. I feel like that's why you're getting booed. The tournament is going to be concluded at the Night of Champions in Riyadh for Riyadh season. So, as of right now, queens have been Zelina, Naya, and Jade. So we need some better winners, I guess, because Liv is gunning to be the fourth.
Well,
and
she
she
also
just
said on
might
Twitter,
do it.
she reiterated on Twitter and said the reason why she has to do this is because no one wants to contend for her championship. So she has to enter a tournament to show that she's a defending champion.
Yeah.
And wants it all. But if no one wants to fight to contend for your championship, why are they in a tournament to win it, to possibly contend for your championship?
I mean, where did the updated one go? I think this is it. Hold on. That says Femi. Let me go all bold. And then I've got I believe this is the women's. I can't see when it's that small, right?
Remember you thought the women's was fake at first. You thought that
I
was
did
fake at
because
first.
it was partially covered and Liv was in it, and I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. That's a nightmare scenario because you're the champion, you dumb fucking twat. Oops. So I don't know. I just know that sometimes they're and cunts are gonna be I guess.
I mean,
right?
oof.
I mean, they all could. You bleep could. You thought I was going to say cunt, didn't you? Fuck. See, I screwed up the censor.
Now apologize to everyone.
I'm
Jake.
sorry, but still, look at this mess. Look at this monstrosity here. We got Liv, Becky, Bliss, and Chelsea. Soul, who's the icy champ. Lyra, Charlotte, who got her ass beat by Jade, and then Jade's in this match. So a little bit of heat in there. Roxanne, Io, Giulia, and Lash. We saw who won that. It's Io. Now we're going to see Bailey, Raquel, JC, and Kiana. It's either, I think, Raquel or Bailey, but what are you thinking? It has to be Raquel.
Raquel, right? Because they're telling the story. Because Liv was like, I got my head measured to get the crown on my head fit perfectly. Then Raquel was basically like, excuse you, I'm in this tournament too.
Then it's going to be Bailey against Roxanne, and then Roxanne will move on to face Liv. And I think that might, either way, she's going to face a Judgment Day character
eliminated,
in the
right?
end. True, that's right. She's out already. So yeah, it would have to be Raquel. So Raquel would have to win this against Io.
If Raquel doesn't,
it's not going to happen.
Then what's the point of this arguing back and forth about?
I think they're just going to do something after the fact. I think that Liv will go all the way through against Io probably. And that'll be the match at Night of Champions. And maybe they'll put the title on the line too. I don't know. But still, it's a very bizarre
because
thing.
They're already showing I could have used him because we're always helping you.
Yeah,
and
I think it's all going to fall apart, and they're not going to make it through the tournament because they already got Roxanne out, and it's all just going to be.
You think they're going to betray her, like in the finals or something?
I don't know.
Because it seems like it's like Liv is like, help me win this one too, and now they're basically like, you already have a title.
We'll have to see as we get closer. Yeah, and then with the men's, I mean,
there could be a story change next week. Don't.
That's what I'm saying too. So, but early predictions: we got Obafemi. Rey Mysterio was beating up Obafemi in the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Funny enough, on 2K26. So we got this coming up. Dominic Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest. You can tell it's tired in here. Seth, Javon, the Tongan, and the Saints. And then we got Uso, Knight, Keys, and Balor. Yeah. I really it feels like Obafemi should be the obvious answer here. It should be Obafemi.
That's what I feel, right?
Winning, he should be doing it.
You think Brock's going to
Charlie
cost him,
Sheen
though?
reference, but I think Brock costs him before he gets to the final. This maybe the semifinal match here, that comes up before the final, because I think they're going to fight at Night of Champions. I don't. Maybe they do fight at SummerSlam, and I'm way off. But it doesn't compute in my mind. Obafemi would go in as the bad guy. Minnesota will cheer Brock. They don't want him to retire. It's going to be
Brock's
enemy
also a
territory.
controversial figure. You have to think of it that way.
I know,
so
but
is he
look at
really
how
going to get
he was cheered extremely over, both in Italy and at Backlash. So I mean, it's been continual, not Backlash, Mania.
That's fair. I mean,
he got heaps of praise and love and adulation from the fans. People that
will
are there
they
don't give a
actually
shit.
boo Oba though?
Maybe, or just cheer Lesnar more. Either which way, it's going to be a lessening for Oba if that's the case. Against whoever goes against Lesnar has to be looked at as the bad guy. I'm sorry, but that's just how it feels to me. How could it not be? I mean, even AEW follows that type of cliche. They go with the hometown thing every now and again and try to subvert expectations, but this one's tricky. I will say I did like the setup tonight, and they did an interesting job with the entrance stage. As we get closer, obviously, King and Queen of the Ring, you can tell it's tired in here, we will go ahead and have more predictions, explanations, and the such. I just wish Liv was really more about it. So yeah, next week we're getting Becky, Alexa, Liv, and Chelsea. And then Seth, Javon, Ricky, and Tala. So in that top match, I think it's Seth, Javon, Ricky, and Tala. I would like Ricky to move on. That would be interesting, but it's probably going to be Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth, I feel like winning that.
Yeah, and then Becky, Alexa, Liv, and Chelsea. It's got to be Liv. Unless she gets screwed over right away, how does she lose being the champion?
You think Stephanie cost her?
Not yet, if anything. But maybe down the line, maybe that's the case. Other people think so. And then Io gets to win. If that's how it's built, certainly. I could see it working that way. Tomorrow night, NXT. I will be there, I believe, with Liz for the NXT review. Excuse me. We got Tony D taking on Cam Hendricks for the NXT title. Jackson Drake against Tate Wilder. Zarya is taking on Lizzie Rain. That's going to be a fun match. And then the one and only Cody, don't forget, our favorite, Miles Bourne.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
Miles Bourne.
Who?
What? The men's North American champion. We've been over this. Miles Bourne.
What? I don't hear you. Is your mic okay?
Yeah. Here, hold on. Let me. Miles Bourne.
Yeah.
I am lost.
Okay. All right. Tavion Heights. Right? Tavion Heights.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Miles Bourne.
What? I'm sorry, I can't hear that.
Well, it's a tag match, and Tavion Heights and a new guy who might or may not hold a title is going against Dark State, but we don't know who yet. It's just 2 of the 3 members, because don't forget, Sugars is no more. They cut him out. They cut it out. Bringing back a full house.
Joey Gladstone, right?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
Too legit to quit. Too legit. You gotta go ahead and do the old 90s stuff. As the sun goes down, is it bright in here, or is it just your smile, Cody? Oh, you know what that means?
There's no smile when watching Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown.
But NXT is going to be live in Orlando tomorrow at the Performance Center, so we're going to have a great time, and we're going to see what happens with the one and only Mr. NXT. He follows me. Shiloh Hill went ahead and started his campaign and wants to be Mr. NXT, so I'm very interested to see what happens there. Liz and I will be breaking that down tomorrow night. And then on Dynamite Wednesday into Somewhere Weekly, we'll be talking about Night of Champions. We'll be catching up on AEW because MJF is taking on Rush. It's not Roosh. It's Rush. What a rush. For the title, which, fuck me, sure. And then, yes, Pico. The Kimmy Gibbler poster at Scratch and Sniff. Kevin Knight against Mike Bailey, excuse me, for their TNT title, you know, because Knight is the Timu trick. Timu trick. We know it. And Ospreay's taking on Mark Davis. Sure. Alex Windsor is taking on what? She's taking on
What?
Oh, a random wrestler from a wild card in an Owen Hart Cup tournament quarterfinal match. What? So she has no planned opponent. That's the women's division on AEW, everybody. Meet Trick. MJF versus Shower. It's not going to happen.
And no women's matches.
No, it's got the one, but it's a mystery.
What?
And they're only having her on there because they made her change her outfit. Alex Windsor is now.
It's a thong!
They made her wear that. You can see her like picking it all the time. She looks like she's uncomfortable with it. It's kind of hilarious. Just saying.
I mean,
I got to stop smoking before the show. Worst case of dry mouth ever. But you know what? Didn't kill my soul.
What's wrong with wrestling?
This Raw, I thought it was going to kill my soul, but it didn't. It just underwhelmed me greatly. This is your Raw review and Into Somewhere. Jake and Cody breaking it down. This is, believe it or not, episode 1723. Not of Into Somewhere, but of Raw. And they're in Turin, Italy, at the Analpi Arena. Like I said, June 1st, 2026 on Netflix. They were live. They start off with Roman pulling up. He just gets to the arena now. What a guy. Glad you showed up on time, Roman. Thank you so much. You are just so benevolent and considerate. You know, he doesn't even stop. He doesn't even stop in catering. He doesn't say hi to anybody. He just shows up and rolls up right in time to make it on screen. What if he hit traffic? Then what?
I mean, that could have happened.
Right? I'm saying, though, what if he plans? It seems like he always plans to arrive, Cody, right on time for his segment. He literally pulls up every time in the nick of time only for his segment. Not a second longer, and then he gets the fuck out of there. Just like The Rock drinking and driving. He gets in the car, and he's like, woo, Terramana! And he leaves. They peel the fuck out of there. See ya! Right? They should make Roman lose his license, but have to ride segways everywhere, even down to the ring, like Tribal Chief engaged. Because how can you look badass
that would actually
on a Segway?
be great. That would be beautiful.
The whole bloodline comes out on Segways, just cruising by the whole time with the wheels.
I think we need it.
Oba, Moose, and Omos versus Mike Bailey in a 3-on-1 coffin match. Now we're talking. That would be
3-on-1 coffin match.
What's up, heel? AAA would be my wife. Raw and SmackDown would be my wife. AEW and NXT would be your side hoe. I get that for sure. Yeah, NXT is the one you're like, bend over and let me see you clap that. Raw is me accidentally airing my wife doing some naughty stuff on the show. Like, it all happens, but anything could be erased and forgotten, certainly, right? No, I left it up. But hey, just like it was Roman Reigns Appreciation Night. Cody, are you ready?
Let me hear it.
Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Not Chody. Oh, I know you're angry, but how are we going to revive him again? This is getting costly. We don't have any more Lazarus pits. You got to find a more constructive way to take out your anger. I know you weren't happy with Raw, Cody.
No.
I know, but not the cat. Not the... Your sister's going to be pissed. That was her cat.
Oof.
Okay, well...
Okay, you just mentioned...
Listen, Raw, not off to a great start. Roman comes down telling everybody, I need you to acknowledge me. You love me. You know, this is what happens. It's 2023 all over again. Well, 2022, really. 2021 even. Oh, look at that. Even a little bit of 2020. Maybe some 2024. Yeah, a little bit in there too. And then he disappeared for a while. The crowd is loving this. They are chanting OTC till
the crowd was really good. That's something I have to give this.
Fucking eyes bleed, Cody. They are chanting this till they shit themselves. They were literally OTC, Ooh. OTC, ole, 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 ole. Less French, but you get the idea. It's a me, ole. You know, that kind of shit. I can't do accents. I'm terrible at it. Duh.
Try it again.
So,
the Mario accent.
It's a me. See? It doesn't
Beautiful.
work. Doesn't work. Don't patronize me. I don't get mad. I'm joking. Not the gerbil. Fuck. We're gonna have to go to Petco and fix this. You're gonna be in trouble. Pico, don't me too hard in fantasy. Let me set my line up, and apparently they're all drooling. They're all on a bench. It says.
Is that a wild pig right there?
It's dangerous.
Let me take care of that.
So
That's not a friend, right?
That is. It's a friendly. We go ahead and we get the OTC chants. The fans are crying. They're chanting so hard. They're excited to see their tribal chief. And he tells Jacob to get out here. One of the Usos are like, "Look, he's late. First day on the job. Ha 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 ha." Crowd's lapping it up, though. They fucking love it. They're singing his theme. They're chanting it the whole time. Dun, 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 dun. They're chanting all of it. They're doing... They just can't get enough. Finally, he's like, you know what time it is, Jacob? Get over here.
As down because he was just in his own tune singing MFTs, MFTs.
He was holding his knees and rocking back and forth. It was kind of painful to watch, but I was watching through Skype, and we still have access, and he was just rocking back and forth, screaming at the top of his lungs, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay." Well, he rocked back and forth, so I don't know what that's about, but
that just happens anytime you mention MFTs.
Apparently, he just kind of snaps. Yeah, Nate, I'd be careful about calling Cody a Luigi. You never know what that would be connected to. Especially when he's threatening, or should I say, not nicing Chody. There's another
nicing.
Yeah, not nicing. We're YouTubeifying it. You're not nicing Chody.
You don't want to say that anymore because of certain
because
their name got switched up.
Him in the who does that?
Well,
who does that? That's all right. So Jacob now comes out there and he's just gonna fucking own up to it. This man has snapped at the drop of a fucking pin. He has lost his mind. He has torn people apart. He's assaulted police officers. He's beaten up security guards. He's knocked out cameramen. He's taken down general managers and commentators. He's destroyed a locker room. He's unearthed and assaulted property. I don't know how you assault property, but this man did. He just cleared a path with destruction, and anything else in its wake got destroyed as well. It was like destruction meet chaos meet destruction. They combined, they had some terror, baby, and outshat Jacob. Then we get to the actual match. He doesn't win. The end of it, he looks like shit for not winning. I still say it shouldn't have been for the fucking title. Tribal combat should never be for the title. Why?
Yeah,
because then you know who's going to win, and then you should have just said titles off the lines. Tribal combat has stakes so big it's bigger than the title in the sense that it has to affect our entire bloodline. Jacob could be tribal chief. Roman could be the champion. Oh shit, now what? Now you've got more interest. Instead, it happened exactly as Michael Cole, as Mike said. Good old Mikey Mike.
I think there would be more intrigue if Jacob won because the winner had the loser had to acknowledge the winner as the tribal chief.
Yes.
So what if Jacob got to boss Roman around?
And then Roman refuses. Or he's bossing Roman around. But what if Roman refused and now the family wants to disown him? Like, they could have done so many different
he's
things.
Not living up to the word of yes.
Oh God! But instead, Cody,
Jacob won.
Yes, instead, they still could have had Jacob lose, but make it mean something. No, Mike Cole called it out. They have neutered the werewolf. They have ruined Jacob Fatu. He literally came out, admitted defeat, said, I didn't lose to your punk ass Jay, but I did lose to Roman. And he was basically
Jay catching the heat there?
Because he had to still act like a badass, you know, but he couldn't really do anything. So Jay was essentially catching strays for opening his mouth. And Jay is like the little nerd behind the bully. Jay is like, yeah, come on, bring him, even though he's got Roman fighting his battles for him for the most part. But you've got Jacob there looking at the audience, his family, all that, being like, I got beat and I admit defeat and I won't do anything bad, Roman. I'm sorry, Roman. And you said you love me, Roman. I love you too. That's what I heard from Jacob.
Is that what you heard?
That's literally what I heard. What did you hear?
That pretty much summed up the segment to me, to be honest.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to tell me that I was crazy, but
exactly what I heard as well.
Good.
This segment,
thank God, because
boring.
I was nervous that you were going to say that was not the case.
No.
But glad to hear that we're not crazy here. So that made me nervous. I will admit, I'm only
crazy
nervous
about one thing. I get amnesia and dementia from one in particular faction in WWE, and it's not the bloodline.
I get that. I mean, it happens. It happens to the best of us, you know, and I get why. But this was especially upsetting, you know, like I don't know why they had to ruin Jacob as bad as they did. And they have made it terrible. How does that look? Here we go. And we'll make these names here. We'll make them see through more. And it'll be like that.
Like rainbow names.
See? Yeah, look. And then it'll make us stand out. Look at that. How's that?
I like that.
And then we can change the color. Look, we can go all like pink. And we'll make yours like a yellow. There we go. Now we're cooking. Yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. Love it. See? You're welcome. You just
thank you, Jake. Everyone say thank you, Jake.
No, I'm saying you're welcome to the audience for being able to lay their eyes on that, and I'm thanking you for the beautiful design. I mean, that is great. You know me, I'm obsessed with my neon bananas. Now I just need to make an animated
Jeremy
version
was
of
excited
this.
when I made that for you.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to try and make in the background, I'm going to just use AI instead of animating it and wasting time. Let's see if we can have VidIQ do it for us, because you can use vidiq.com/into-somewhere to go ahead and get your YouTube channel supercharged today. This whole Fatu thing is uneventful, uninspired, and the only thing you should be paying attention to is the re-airing of the mask versus mask match after Raw. That's the best part of Raw.
I would say so.
Sorry, I was grabbing a drink, but yeah, no, really. I mean, that's what I'm thinking here. Hopefully, AAA continues to do well, continues on their hot cycle with the dead man running things. I mean, the main roster, they tried the best they could to fuck shit up for him. Oh, you guys got to fight. Oh, and it's like you're fucking up the point of this. They're not supposed to touch. And any event. Speaking of, we start the King of the Ring tournament here. We've got Penta, Femi, Solo, Sikoa with the tall one, and Carmelo Hayes. Really quite the lineup. A good lineup overall, I feel like. The only one I wouldn't have included is
lineup, right?
Penta, because he's the icy champ. I would not have had him in there.
There's a difference between including world champions and mid-card champions.
No, I get that.
Like 4.
I just still wouldn't have. I wouldn't have done it. You know why? Because it's Night of Champions. You want the titles to be defended, and instead you're having them essentially in a match tied up. Like Liv's is going to be tied up, and that's not great. So, I mean, we got to see what comes of it. But, yeah, I am disappointed though that basically we've got pretty much jack squat going on with most of the titles right now. And King and Queen of the Ring is going to take up, excuse me, pretty much any chance unless Stephanie interferes for Liv to be facing anybody. They're probably going to hold off on Rhea because they're going to wait to see who wins from, like, all of it is contingent upon 3 weeks away with this King and Queen of the Ring. So, yep. I don't know. It really sucks that that's the case. And, I just wish there was I wish there was more going on. I really wish they just had a little bit of forethought, a little bit of foresight to go ahead and
the WWE creative team having a little bit of forethought.
I know, sad to say, we can only hope, but it would be something, though, right? You know? Let's see what...
Does anyone have any, like, brain cells left in that writer's room?
Probably not, you know? So let's go ahead and see what happens here. Let's see here. You ready? Have the neon sign turn on. Overload and short. It said, have the neon sign turn on, overload, and short out, then come back with the second image and all the colors. Let's see if this works for your Pride Month motif, Cody. We'll see how it comes out. We'll challenge VidIQ. Like I said, go to vidiq.com/into-somewhere, try it out yourself, and see what happens. Let's mess around with it for 8 seconds and see what they do. Regardless, I'm not thrilled with this match, like layout with Penta involved, but it was a damn good match. Femi involved, it's going to be a thing of beauty, and that's exactly what they gave us. We got Oba, roughhousing everybody for a bit. Oba tries to spear Penta and Carmelo. They get out of the way, and he goes through the ropes and into the ring post. Like, that was smart on the other guys' end, and fun to see. We go ahead and basically Solo and Talatonga, they take Oba and they keep running him into the post and they dump him into the timeskeeper area and they leave him down over there. And basically, eventually he stands up and you hear Mike Cole say, Femi has risen. And it made me chuckle. All right. He got me. He's like, Femi has risen. And Oba gets away from the big taller one's punch and knocks him with a big slam onto the table and breaks that shit. Eventually, he gets in the ring and he takes Solo and he tosses him from one end of the ring to the other. And then he hits the fall from grace and gets the win. It's a 9-minute match. It's very solid. Oba is so not beat and barely out of breath that he can grab the mic. He comes in and says, guess what? You asked if I could take an ass whooping, Lesnar. Well, guess what I did? I took not 1, not 2, not 10, but 7 fucking F5s. I'm still
7.
standing. I'm winning. I took your best shot. I'm still here. What happened the night after I got my ass kicked? I won the first round of King of the Ring, and then we're 1-1. And I will see you down the line. What a great comeback resolution for the loss. Oba didn't look weak losing to Lesnar like that because Lesnar essentially cheated. He attacked him before the bell rang, and then from there he never let up. Really, that's what happened. Still, Oba accepted it and said, now we move on. And I kind of like that Oba's not undefeated, because then that's something you always have to worry about. Yeah. Who's going to end the streak? How does it get? At least now it's out of the way. Who beats him? Brock Lesnar. So nobody can really bitch and be like, oh, he's been beaten on the main roster. It was Brock Lesnar. If anybody can beat you, it's fucking Lesnar. Right?
Which is the most realistic option, I would feel.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you look back, Ricky Saints, Tony D, people on the main roster fan side, I'm saying, would not believe that those guys would be beating Oba Femi right now, especially Ricky Saints. I knew he could in NXT, but it's not the same on the main roster. Oba Femi's like 10 feet tall and 1,000 pounds of muscle. On NXT, he was just massive, Like, there's a difference in presentation and size and all of it. It is interesting to fully take in and encapsulate. So, he's a big boy. We got...
Big boy. Big boy.
Soul Ruka comes out to the most generic theme ever. I know I've said this before with her on the main roster, but knowing that Ethan Page lost his theme. Look at this. I'm scarred up and breaking out everywhere. I got scratches.
Her promos seem like 100% scripted.
Yeah, well, it feels that way because she's never been amazing on the mic, but this was so generic to begin with. It didn't matter. It really, I know, but allegedly she was struggling with promos still, but they knew that she was doing well in other avenues, so they were like, all right, we can get this to work. We're not going to have you out there alone. We'll have Kathy Kelly guide you. And it did work. I mean, she didn't drown. She didn't stop talking and like flounder off. She just needed Kathy Kelly to keep the conversation moving. Had she not had someone there to transition to the next thought, I don't think it's green. It felt not great. It was still not. It was subpar compared to other people. Like, it wasn't horrible, but she did well. She's like, hey, she gets these great chants from the audience. At first, I want to bring up, they really, really showered her with praise. They're cheering. They're chanting. You deserve it. Great to hear. And then, like she said, I gave my very best to Becky to prove myself, and she was wrong. And it's not just me saying it. Everyone's saying it, and the crowd popped for that. She's like, you deserve a fighting champion, and that's what I will be, a fighting champion. And the sound of this is the souls who will underestimate me belonging to me next. I will snatch the souls of those. It was corny. I hated the soul line. I know they're going for the soul snatcher thing. In NXT, she was hitting that like 80% of the time. It was like 8 out of 10. But we said before, the
soul snatcher
is a performance center move because you have to be in the exact right position. It's one of those moves where you have to also know how to take it. Does that make sense? There's a lot of finishers out there where if you've never taken it before, it's still some foundation in another move you've done before. A DDT, a power bomb, like it might have a variation in like the crossroads is a you get what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's spinning you this way, but we might just go straight down or we might go to the side, but I've taken that before. No, yes, you've taken cutters, but not. You have to go ahead and be not just in the right position, but you have to let her essentially get her balance off of you with her head. So it's difficult. You have to know how to take the move, and not everybody does or is willing to learn, I'm sure. So getting that right, I believe, can be stressful. I absolutely do believe that to be the case. So, we'll see what comes of how many times she messes it up going forward, but it could be none, could be every time. I hope that she keeps nailing it, but
let's see it.
We're definitely going to keep count. She kind of sounded cocky. She never sounded unsure here, and as bad as my headache is, and as terrible as I'm trying to explain my thoughts, I think you get what I'm going for. Like. She wasn't terrible. It was just, it had very little passion, and she sounded dry, but narcissistic in a way. Like, I knew I'd win. Yeah, of course. I'm Soul Ruka. And if you don't believe it, I'll snatch your soul. Like, no passion, no energy, no...
Lame.
Yes, just a lame duck that didn't thrive off of the energy given to it by the win at the PLE. Unfortunate. And even more unfortunate is it's just fucking Soul Ruka. In the sense of, where is anybody else? Who is she going to face? It's all going to be open challenges because you guys want a fighting champion? Oh, Jesus, I am so tired. Every belt is just an open challenge now. It's not just WWE, TNA, NXT, AEW, JCW. Like, everybody does these fucking endless open challenges. I get it. It's fun for the live crowd if you get each time somebody that's not in the company, not on that brand, not whatever, and they're in on it. All right, that's cool. For the crowd. At home, you just want to see a good, compelling, entertaining match. And what we're getting is anything but. It's just disappointing that they continually do this shit. So, speaking of, like we said, nothing behind Soul, Ethan Page, Rusev, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee. Now, I will give them this. It was a good match, as I expected it to be. Rusev really did well here, and I am a bit shocked that I'm saying that because I've been down on him. It's not that he's ever bad, but he's never bad. He's very consistently meh in the sense of he delivers in ring, but he's a great support. He's great to throw around or let the guys jump on or off of him. You know, the springboards use him to springboard.
He says he doesn't. He said in interviews he doesn't mind doing that. He said because if you're going to be a heel, you have to learn how to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like you got to have somebody to work with as well. But I'll give you a prime example. There was one point where Rusev gets hit by Dragon Lee with, you know, a gigantic Hurricane Rana, and Rusev goes crashing to the floor, and that's when Paige hits Rusev with a big suicide dive, which was funny. And that's when Ray goes ahead and he drop kicked the hell out of Ethan Page and ends up giving him a 619. And they were cheering for Ray like they were in Mexico still. It was very entertaining. I figured they would cheer, you know, possibly Ethan Page or Rusev more, but no. And it was an entertaining match. Rey Mysterio gets to go ahead and win with Dragon Lee. You know, I liked it. I liked the tag match, and it was simple.
So once he's getting his Intercontinental Championship match, Mr. Ray.
They talked about it, and in the back, they went ahead and they had Adam Pearce Penta say to Adam Pearce, "Hey, I want this to happen," and Adam Pearce says, "I want to make it final." So I imagine it'll be Night of Champions still. That seems to be where it's going, because that's where Ray will get the biggest payday, obviously, in Riyadh season. Then we get my goofy-eyed looking at Roxanne, Io, Giulia, and Lash Legend. And I'm a big fan of Giulia. Like, Giulia is a great wrestler.
Great, I think
her NXT
WWE
time,
forget sometimes that she's on
who
the
she
roster,
was and what she's done. Yeah, because
they remembered her tonight.
They kind of did. They're starting to, because she's forcing them. And that's kind of the point I'm making, because they wanted her in the dreads. They wanted her, I guess, to have a certain look and a certain style. And now she's going back to her. She's back to the blonde, the platinum-ish. And she's back to, just being that bitch, but in a way that it's more than that. It's controlling, it's domineering, it's dominating, but it's very intelligent. She was very calculating. Like, sometimes she would lose, but then you find out it was intentional because it was part of like step 57 of her plan. It all worked out, and it was crazy stuff. So I like that cunning and evil, twisted, yet incredibly smart and even more dangerous Giulia. And the hair change is a real good, like, F you to management kind of thing that's subtle enough. So where the diehard fans are like, oh shit, she looks like Stardom, Giulia, and now it's this. Giulia also has not had much love, success, or anything on the main roster. She got over in NXT, but she should have stayed. She should have stayed for at least another 6 months. They pushed her up there, and yes, she's fine wrestling ability. I think
because Smackdown
for the main roster,
it
wasn't lighting up the world. They needed more talent. I get it.
Zone, like the show was like on like life support. Like,
I don't know. They hindered her greatly because she was supposed to be getting the push that Stephanie got. But Stephanie was just beloved by the fans to the point where the fans couldn't ignore her anymore. Like, it just was.
They thought Giulia would be like the one that gets that reception.
It was just too much for them, and Giulia was kind of pushed back because Stephanie was doing the devil's kiss and Booker's reaction, and I love it, and he was just going nuts. How could you not love it? I mean, Booker was lapping that up like, a dog in heat.
I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
So he was having a great time.
Let's just say, though, Booker T's still not good on a commentary.
He's entertaining enough. He's not good.
You like him on commentary?
I like him on NXT. Like, he's grown on me. At first, I hated it with all his little quips and reactions, but it's grown on me, and he fits.
It's a little different than how he was on the main roster when he used to be a commentator on there.
I only like him on NXT because he fits in the zany kind of world that is NXT. Like TNA, Spaz is always talking about the undead realm and how people can die there and get brought back. Well, in NXT, they have their own little kind of wink and nod, fourth wall breaking stuff going on, and that's part of it. And it makes a gigantic difference. I think he has at one point, honestly, but I think he did it for one of the Halloween things. Still, he's very entertaining, and I've come to find out the things that I originally thought were annoying. Him yelling like, tricks, what? I love it. Like, that's how that started. Remember when I very first started the show? That's one of the first sound clips.
I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
Because Danny used to laugh her ass off when we were watching NXT because Booker would just yell out all this random shit. I love it.
I like it.
I like it. I want it. More of it.
I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
And he would just go nuts. And then he got into, but I found out, like, Jada Parker, stepping, Ricky Saints, and more, I'm bringing up recent more, but still throughout that, Carmelo Hayes and others, he helped Braun Breaker. God, he helped Braun Breaker and the Wolf Dogs and all that shit, or not Wolf Dogs, the fucking, Wolf Dogs, right?
Yeah, the Wolf Dogs, right?
Yeah.
I believe
Jesus.
so.
Yeah. Still, there's just so many things that Booker added to, and he helps create that character. I don't think people would be chanting Oba. I don't think people would be doing whoop that trick. I don't think people would be with the Blake Monroe's entrance and all of these things.
Wave your hands from side to side, say, I'm leaving you in there.
You're so prestigious. You know, it's like, yeah. How do you not? So when Michael Cole does, and it doesn't feel like a parody, it just feels like he's, you know, carrying on that bit of legacy from Booker T. It's entertaining on top of entertaining. I have grown to love it because I see the impact his call-outs, because what it does is it makes you remember who's out there. When he's doing these call-outs and saying the catchphrases over and over and all that, Trick stands out. And then I leave thinking about, I love it. Well, who's that wrestler? Oh, that's Trick. All right. Well, you know what? I
like it. Oh, yeah.
I got to go check out what Trick's about. And then you watch, because he gets it stuck in your head and he helps you become more aware of them. He plays such a fucking pivotal role. I cannot say that enough, chat. And as well, Cody, I'm telling you, it is a lucky and special thing that they have him. Just like they have Regal backstage,
I will be right
and they
back.
got Shawn Michaels. Yeah, bud. And it's incredible. So they managed to do a lot with the best they can. So like I said, Giulia, you know, she's got the blonde hair. They're talking about it on commentary, and they're referencing Zelina Vega, who won the first time. Well, Giulia gets Lash with a standing guillotine, but then all of a sudden Lash places her on the top rope, basically to get out of the hold, and she picks up Io Sky and Roxanne Perez, just powering up, just lift, and then Giulia all of a sudden hits her with a drop kick, missile drop kick. That was fucking deadly accurate and looked so strong. Rhea did a drop kick last night. Well, I should say yesterday afternoon at the show. And oh my God, when she hit Jade, it was so picture perfect. It was very impressive. But like I said, Giulia basically gets Lash down with a big knee strike. She's got her beat. 1, 2, Roxanne fucking breaks it up. I was hoping Giulia was going on. We knew it wasn't going to happen, but I was hoping. I was trying to hold out hope. And we go ahead. Roxanne gets her big Russian leg sweep DDT on Io Sky and Giulia. And they do a big Tower of Doom spot where Lash goes ahead and does a double power bomb on Roxanne and Giulia afterwards, just showing off that goddamn strength. Lash hits the Lash extension on Roxanne, and then she hits it again on Giulia, my poor blonde baby. And Lash goes for the pin, but you forgot about Io. And what does Io do? She comes down from the heavens off the top rope, and she goes ahead and gives her a hellacious, brutal, heavy, and I mean heavy, woof, double stomp. Laying her out. Love to see it. Gets back up there. And, you know, I'm like, all right. She hits Sky. Or excuse me, she hits Giulia with the moonsault after doing the double stomp on Lash. Pins her because Giulia's still down after getting hit with the Lash extension. So, 11-minute match. A lot of fun. I surmised a lot here, but it was basically Giulia shined for about 6 minutes, and then we went into Lash doing the power spots, the Tower of Doom, the double power bomb, things like that. And then we managed to go ahead and turn it all around because Io shows up, does 2 moves. the stomp, well, double stomp, and the moonsault, over the moonsault. For the, for the one and only Io, 11 minutes. So now Oba will face the winner of Soul versus Lyra versus Charlotte versus Jade. And we'll face, Io. I can read today, So now we've got to see who wins there. So Io Sky will face whoever wins, Soul, Lyra, Charlotte, and Jade. Oba's in the other one, so it seems like WWE does not like Giulia. Yeah, they're very hit or miss with some of their, overseas talent, especially the Japanese stars. You look at how they treated and have treated Nakamura, like, it's pretty disgraceful. What has he done that's been epic or worthwhile or memorable? His NXT run was fucking legendary. From his debut match onward, it was like the perfect NXT run. Him and Sami Zayn got the first NXT Fight Forever chance. No one did that in WWE, I think, at all up until that point. But they got it. And then they let him eventually, when he moves up, go to the fucking Rumble, win it, make it to Mania. I think it's 34. Just like Asuka did. And they both lose. They both lose to the fucking, at that time, what felt like company stooge. It wasn't AJ Styles, the hero of TNA. It was WWE's AJ Styles at that time, if you recall. Like, he was putting out matches, but they weren't his full-on great matches. They were good. Him and Cena had a few bangers, but it was like in between. You weren't getting all that much. And then, of course, what did we get? Asuka gets beat by Charlotte. So, I mean, that's one of 1,000 examples as the allergies destroy me. I don't think my eyes have ever been itchier. But yeah, it's a wonder why they don't do or attempt to do what they do in AAA, because it works so well. They have Rey Mysterio just translate everything everybody's saying live. So he goes and listens to their part of the promo, and then he comes back and he's like, well, they said that they're going to whoop your ass because you tried to steal their mother's farm. And then he's like, well, he said his mother's farm actually can't be stolen because it's on stolen land. So you can't steal. You're good, bud. You can't steal land that is already stolen. And Mysterio's great at doing the decipherability and telling us what's going on while keeping up. Like, he still keeps the verbs going and conjugates things and makes it make sense. So he's very good at translating live. I wonder why they don't just do that for other talent.
What are we on right now? So I can,
we finished with Io Sky winning the Fatal 4-Way, and we're pretty much heading into the main event now. So
before that, I'm tournament and they're not even telling the story with the Judgment Day. My bad.
Exactly. No, but I'm just bitching about the fact, like, wait, they've always come down hard on Japanese talent. They fuck with Japanese talent, and look what they did to Nakamura. Look what they did to Asuka. Look at how they treated Io at points in times, and again, I feel like Io was a victim of, like, circumstance and opportunity. That's the only reason they gave her a shot. Really, that's how I feel.
I see it. And then she just got over, Grover, and then.
And she was already in that spot because of, like, damage control. Who are you saying she was a back member?
Good at translating. What's the other thing you were talking about there?
No, I was saying Ray is great at translating live.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder why they don't do that for any of the other talent that don't speak English as their main language. Because when they come out there and they go, broken English, I know.
Yeah, Ray is a really good translator.
Not ready for Asuka.
Jake, I have an idea.
Not ready.
Jake, hear me out. Listen. No, you need to hear this idea for a commentary for the next PLE.
Please. Not ready.
You're not ready for this. Yeah, you're damn right. You're not ready for this one, bud. I don't know if this is honorable or not, but how about Rey Mysterio and Liv Morgan together on commentary for the next PLE? What do you guys say, folks?
And we mute Liv Morgan?
What would happen to commentary if those two were running commentary?
Ray's good at translating, but commentary. Did you listen?
Yeah, I listened.
See, we don't need to mute him because he doesn't say anything. So we'll mute Liv, and then we could do. Liv can get the headset that has no mic on it from Mania for that guy that spent all that money. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And Ray will just tell him that there's even more people listening, so he panics more and then just doesn't talk. He just freezes. I think he gets nervous because he said fuck all the entire time. Actually, he said more than fuck all. He said, and that was about it. And even I was shocked. I didn't know Rey Mysterio thought that way. That's pretty epic.
Like how when the commentators will be like, how is this allowed? Like if a heel cheats, and Ray's like, I don't know. Like even though he's the GM.
Yes. He's like, I don't know. Like, I can't tell you. You know, I don't know what's going on. I make the rules, but I can't tell you.
Allowed this to happen.
I just can't tell you. I make the rules, but I can't tell you. Speaking of which, time-traveling lawyer, take us back. Because I see here that after Io wins, no one expected Giulia to win, but I was hoping. I was hoping. I thought that could have been really fun. But I like Io winning as well because there are good stories. Her and Liv would just be a good match and interesting. But her and Rhea, fuck, that's pretty brutal. You think about all the history they've been through. Rhea gets chosen. That's a heartbreaker. That would be rough on the psyche. Maxine... Yeah, I
prefer Rhea as a heel. I don't know if it's just me. I like Rhea as a heel.
I would see Rhea there as far as...
I love my best friend.
Yeah, I don't think they'd change anything the other way.
Rhea more
as a heel.
Yeah, Rhea's definitely like just dominant, no fucks given kind of heel.
I kind of like Liv as a babyface more, honestly.
Why don't they do that? Now they're saying that. Hold on, I'll show you the screenshot.
I saw it. I saw it on Twitter earlier. There
was something else. Too.
They don't stop. They got the Asian Tucker disease where they're like, you say one thing, you're called a moron, and then 3 days later they're like, isn't this a great idea? And you're like, but I said that the other day, and you call me crazy.
This is a point in blank. Look at this message. Pop this up on screen. That's what me and you were saying to them, and they were like, that's stupid. Now they're the ones acting smart. No offense. I like some of y'all, but like, come on. We've been telling you guys this for how long? Over a year now. Look at Messenger real quick.
I'm working.
Isn't this what exactly? You remember how many times you responded to them? The cool heel to babyface pipeline, right? Is a real thing.
I mean, you would think so. All right, let's see if this gets loaded up here. There we go.
Because this goes into our next. I don't know if you talked about the backstage segment yet or not.
Not yet. That's where we're headed into. So
okay, so that's what I was saying. This actually fits into our next conversation. Yes.
But before we get there, I didn't expect Giulia to win. Maxine talking to Asian Tucker and Otis, being told that, hey, I should have been in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Why, I don't know. I guess she has more right than some other people. And Otis is like, whoa, are you doing okay? And she's like, I'm fine. And she kind of snapped at him. And she's like, you just got to trust me and let me handle it with Austin Theory.
You just got to trust me.
God knows what they're cooking up, but it's taking forever. And this is when we get the backstage between Bayley and Lyra. Lyra takes off and ends up getting herself a title match and leaving Bayley behind, and Bayley didn't look happy, so that's about it. Lyra will take on Soul for the IC women's title. Then, as you mentioned, we get the IC title. It's cold in here, and we get the Judgment Day. And if you want to explain that, sir, my God, it's
I wish I knew how to explain it. So basically, Liv came in saying, "What? I just got my crown measured or whatever, right? Something like that."
Yeah, Roxanne's flipping out at first. She's crying and trying to leave the Judgment Day. Yeah.
Raquel's like, shush, because
Playhouse. Yeah.
all Liv cares about is herself. Like, oh, you guys are going to be supporting me when I win the Queen
And
of the
she's
Ring.
already
right?
eliminated. Yeah, so Roxanne's very upset.
I got my family to help me. And then Roxanne was like, I wish I had my family out there because I always help you, basically.
And
that's
she
what
got screwed there, didn't she? I mean, they did nothing.
And everyone's
to help
facial
her.
reactions were like, yeah, you're right. Roxanne's got a point here. And then Liv went back on, that doesn't matter because I'm going to be winning the Queen of the Ring tournament. And then Raquel's like, excuse me?
So, doesn't surprise me.
Then Liv's like, or both of us. And because I think she was saying that Dominic's going to win King of the Ring and not even acknowledging JD was in the King of the Ring tournament, right?
Yeah. So it's still on both sides. They're trying to add turmoil and drama and tension, but it just falls flat. Dom's, there with JD.
Do you think this will be dropped again?
Probably, because I mean they dropped the main point of the Roxanne Rodriguez, and Mysterio and McDonough storyline here. Roxanne was supposed to be going ahead. Miss Perez
pop that up.
was talking to Balor, and they forget. It never happened. It's basically like, oh, hey, Liv's like, Judgment Day is going to win tournaments, and then, she's like, oh, well, any of us will win. And like you said, she just kept walking it back and trying to fix it for Roxanne, but it felt juvenile.
Yeah. I would say so.
As where some of the other segments seemed to work, kind of. This one just didn't work at all. This was really, embarrassingly bad, and it's unfortunate because they should be giving us better stuff than this, especially with these people.
Are like, see, they're putting out an effort now, and you're still complaining. How many times have we seen them have tensions
What
up?
effort? And then, this Maddie online says it's got to be that they don't want them organically turning face because they naturally get those reactions a lot of the time.
What did we tell? Oh, my God.
And, the heels have been, since the late 90s, the reactions is a cool heel to babyface pipeline is very real. You got to go with the flow of the crowd. They just won't let it happen. Well, here's the thing. They had so many opportunities, so many chances, and so many times where this just didn't happen. And they could have just done the switch. It would have worked out perfect. Lo and behold, they kind of dragged their feet yet again, and I don't know why.
But Liv fans were the ones complaining about them potentially turning them face, remember?
That was
They freaked out when that happened.
But she could have gone ahead and could have gone ahead and done many things here. Yeah, they instead of the low blow, they need the vag kick and bring that back. The real cunt punt, because something's wrong and needs to be handled. But Judgment Day just reeks like Bloodline does. It's all just spoiled leftovers. Just fucking spoiled.
Even I'm just hating on it now. I'm
leftovers.
Shitting on anything Judgment Day does now.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
I'm actually just done with it, and it's making me not like Liv. It's making me hate everyone in it and hating to see everyone on TV that's in the group.
There's enough people upset with the real world stuff going on with WWE right now with things that unfortunately YouTube won't let us bring up most of the time, but our fair and noble leader of the free world goes ahead and buys into the stock stuff, and people are like, yep, I'm done forever now. And it's interesting because
it's funny, but they were watching I almost said the word.
Yeah.
They were watching the
stuff.
I don't know. The company that they claim is, that saying.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't care. And, WWE, TKO, all of it, it's all the same. You can buy stocks regularly, and doing so is not going to change or influence the product directly unless you're swiping it all up. And
he's not going to have any influence on creative. Imagine him in the big chair next week, running the show.
Probably help.
That's what they think's going to happen.
Yep, probably help. So at this point, what wouldn't? We got to have some type of creative juices flowing, and at least we might get some action. See some wars. You know, those IC titles would mean something again. Seth taking on Braun Breaker, main event. Dear God.
This was a really good match.
It was a good match, but as we say, I know I'm such a hypocrite yet again, but it's all about the story side of it that makes us interested.
No, I get it. I get it.
Because we've seen some of these matches time and time and time again. So you're like, well, how come you're not complaining about that? All right. Because it's about how we got there versus with this.
Yeah.
This has been the same stuff, and a lot of it doesn't make sense. Why did the Vision turn on Seth to begin with? And it's like they should have injured him. He was already hurt. They said he was hurt. Now they said they cost him the title. He was injured. He had to give up the title. He was relinquishing it. I'm just baffled, absolutely baffled, and they've ruined so much of this. So now we go through and we get more of the same old drab. It's going to be Seth versus Braun Breaker. We're going to get Bronson Reed back eventually. He's skinnier now. He looks fantastic. That's going to be a hell of a thing, but give us something different. It's just more and more and more of the same. LA Knight is threatening the Usos. The Usos didn't get involved in the main event, but everybody else did. And I mean, everybody under the sun. Montez Ford was out there. And then, of course, Austin Theory was out there. And you know, we have to get everybody going ahead and helping out. The ending, I will give them that. The ending I liked. I know you weren't crazy on it, but
No.
Going through this match quickly, it was very heavy hitting. Rollins goes for not one, not two, but three suicide dives. On the third one, Breaker stuffs it and tosses Rollins straight the fuck over the barricade so hard he throws him into a commercial break. We get Breaker just beating the shit out of him on the outside for quite a while.
Might want to WrestleMania, huh?
Yeah, hey. And eventually Breaker hits him with a knee and then gets Seth back inside the ring. So that was, you know, no one threw the tables yet. We got the announced one of them still standing. I think it's the Italian one. So Breaker hits a big military press slam, and then Rollins basically slips away, gets a big DDT. That looked great as a reversal. He hits a big swanton. Then I got some written, but I got to keep going over all my notes here. They went ahead and how many Frankensteiners did he get? 3, 4, 5? No, he hits the first one and gets a cover. It's a near fall. And that's when Rollins gets, you know, they're thrown to the outside, and basically Seth jumps from the table to while Breaker's jumping from the apron, and they both clothesline each other in midair so hard they go into another commercial break. And
really, another commercial.
It was a hell of a spot though. So he's jumping off the table, he's jumping off the apron. They both go from, you know, ring to apron. They just clothesline the shit out of each other. It looked like it hurt. They really smacked hard, especially coming down to the ground right on their coccyx. Their coccyx.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They're what?
Their coccyx.
Oh Jesus, Jake. Oh no.
The pedigree on the announce table from Rollins looked good. It was pretty cool because he reversed a spear into the pedigree. Like he's trying to go for the spear, but he catches him and pedigrees him like that. That was sweet. I'll give him that much. You got to admit that was pretty cool, right?
It was.
I got to give him that.
It was.
And that's when Austin Theory
their
comes
flowers
in.
Where they deserve it.
I'm telling you, that was fair. Austin Theory pulls the whole bullshit, trying to go ahead and hit him with the title belt, but Seth gets out of it, and that's when Heyman distracts the referee, but Montez Ford runs out, takes out Austin Theory, throws him into the ring post. Breaker takes him out with a huge spear. Breaker spears Rollins, gets another near fall, doesn't get it, and that's when Rollins hits the stomp, right? Goes to pin him, has him 1, 2, but Heyman puts, again, more fucking feet on the ropes. This trope needs to die quickly. They put his foot on the ropes, Heyman does, and you've got Michael Cole freaking out, too, being the ultimate tattletale. He's like, Rev, he did it! Paul Heyman did it! Paul Heyman did it! I'm like, chill, Mikey. Mike did, in fact, not chill. He was going nuts. He did it.
He was telling.
Yeah, he was tattling. So eventually, Heyman's just screaming at Seth, and that's when Breakker goes ahead and he runs around the ring, and he's gonna hit Seth with the spear. But that's when Seth uses his Jedi mind powers and goes ahead and pulls Heyman into the way of the spear. And they both go through the barricade into the timekeeper's area. Holy shit. Paul Heyman, I mean, he took a fucking bump. That was nuts. That was nuts. I mean, not that it looked good, not great, but that doesn't matter. Like, it was fucking crazy that he even did, like he did this at all. And
at his age and stuff, yeah.
He was born 1965, He's currently 60 years old, 702 pounds. And he is getting hit like no fucking other. Think about it. He's getting his ass beat. It's brutal all the time. And it's a lot to have to deal with. I can imagine. You just got...
This man is dedicated.
What did he get done before Mania? What happened to him? He got... Something happened. I know he got put through the table at one point, and then he got... Didn't he get... No, he didn't get RKO'd.
Poor Mania. Did Seth Rollins try to hurt him a few times? Or
I think so. He hit him with a chair.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to get this interlude, the transition to work, and it won't work for Men's Health and for Pride Month. I mean, nothing. We try here, and it's just have the neon sign turn on and then turn into the next image.
You broke AI yesterday.
I know. It was very mad at me. It said I was doing some awful things.
That was hilarious.
First, it said I was side baiting, and I'm like, no, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to ask you a question. And then it was like, oh, you're also going ahead. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I need to know a couple of things. Can you answer me or not? And in fact,
I'm not talking to you.
It wanted me to acknowledge it, just like the best producer in the world. Cody's queer. Jeremy's here. Oh. That's right. Fuck that AI. Coot knows. But our best producer in the world, Jeremy, the man, the myth, the legend as well, is here. So you're just both different legends. That's the thing. The legends that precede you. Dangerous, but fun. Then we get the conclusion. Rollins grabs the tag team title belt, holds it in front of his gut, and Breakker spears him, knocking himself out in the process. It looked like he hit his shoulder into the belt more than his head, but this was the classic Bret Hart outsmarts you move and things of the such. I quite liked this. I thought the initial angle they showed was bad. It was very, very bad.
Yeah.
But the second angle they showed was much better. And it looked much worse. I'm telling you, it looked much worse for Rollins at the end there. So that spear was pretty cool. And let's see. I don't know if they show another angle of it afterwards. I'm trying to find, because he runs into the ring. And yeah, it looks like he hits his head into the side plates and then his shoulder into the belt. So I'm trying to see if they have a replay with other angles available, but as of right now, I'm not seeing it. But that still is a hell of a moment, and crazy that he was able to kick out at all, beforehand, Seth, I mean, because it was a hellacious 22+ minute match, and I'm really curious what you give Raw overall, my friend. I mean, really, that's kind of the question here, because it's a hard show to grade. A lot of the segments were just repeat nonsense bullshit.
Yeah.
But the matches, the wrestling,
the matches tonight were really good.
The matches were damn good. The wrestling was
I like the wrestling
exquisitely good. Yeah. It's just all the backstage stuff and the story stuff that was severely lacking.
So I'm going to give this I'm going to give a 5 out of 10 because the matches were good, but the stories didn't flow.
I mean, 5 out of 10, because that's kind of fair. Oh, thank you. We got the Gilf Award back. Look at that. Making me happy here. I am searching through a bunch of footage to see if I was able to pull up the spear from the other angle that they had. If anybody finds it on Twitter, let me know and tag me in it at Countdown Ended. But yeah, Femi said it ain't over yet, and he's just marching out of the arena. I will say this.
We got to know what you give it, Jake.
I know. This Italian arena, the look was incredible because they had these great, amazing, fucking glorious laser lights. I don't know if you caught it, but a few times they had these impeccably awesome and really stunning laser lights going on that illuminated the entire set, and it just looked like a big deal. You don't see that often, and one of the best ways to see it is during the main event when Seth, I believe, gets the pedigree. Like, look at this here. Look behind him. See the laser lights that I'm speaking of? That's nuts. They look fantastic. Like the way, because they have the regular lights, but then, like I said, they also have the laser lights, and those are damn useful. So it looks pretty cool to see. I'm trying to see if they have a better image of it, because it's more than, like I said, more than just the house lights and normal broadcast lights. They have these like extra laser light projectors going on, and they were really fascinating to see. So very cool. I was hoping they had a photo of it like in action, but the stage was just really coolly conceived. You come through the hallway there, the way they had all the lights set up, some of the pyro. It was interesting that Soul got even more pyro. Funny that they had the titles not be there, no rings or nothing, just the crowns, right? Oh, that's right. The titles only had Crown Jewel.
The crowns.
The crowns for King and Queen of the Ring. But yeah, Roman's entrance looked great here. Femi is the man and can do whatever the hell he wants. All right, Cody. The stories really sucked, and I mean really sucked. They really, all of the opening with Roman, 25 minutes of the acknowledgement ceremony.
59 seconds of that was a Roman Reigns entrance.
I'll say this, though. Honestly, at least back in time where Roman would do this shit, it made sense. Not even sense, but like it was entertaining at the end. Like when you had the trial of Sammy, when they took up all this time, you left feeling like, oh wow, that was funny, that was entertaining, that was serious, that was worthwhile. They were always long, but at least you were entertained. With this, it was rinse and repeat of some of the worst stuff we've seen, period. This was embarrassingly bad. Just plain old embarrassingly bad. Everything with Roman in the beginning was boring. They undermined absolutely every single thing they tried to build with Jacob being a fucking animalistic competitor and a werewolf. They truly neutered him. Chat, let me know what you think. Tell me your rating from Raw in Italy out of 10. The Penta match was damn good. Really was. But then they did the shitty Soul Ruka in-ring stuff, and she's going to have what? An open challenge? The tag match with Ethan Page. A lot of fun, damn good. But then we get more of everything that happens with LA Knight backstage. And I love LA Knight, you know that, but I'm exhausted of him caring about the bloodline and no one believing or helping. Yeah. We've been down this road. Then we get the Women's Queen of the Ring, another really, really good match with, I don't want to say surprising outcome, but I certainly wasn't sold on Io winning. I thought it might be somebody else. I was hoping it was Giulia, to be honest with you, especially with the hair change. And then our last match was Seth and Braun. And much as I wasn't a fan of the story, it was still a good, solid 22-minute, 30-second match. And then they go ahead and tack on the AAA replay at the end. So that's a 10 out of 10 right there. So that gives them at least a 5.5 out of 10 from me. Fuck the bloodline. Thank you, Predictive Text. Absolutely, because fuck the bloodline. It was an underwhelming PLE, essentially. Like, the matches were good overall, but nothing was like, oh, wow, I had to watch this live. I have to tell everybody about it. This needs to be must-see. Am I crazy, Cody? Like, it really felt like nothing had any consequences.
Like, a lot of the show was like,
we got a new champ.
Stuff was good, so it wasn't a bad show. But the issues with these shows are they're so formulaic. They are soulless. They are so safe. Like, they play everything so safe where you're like, I don't really need to tune in to anything, and unless it's WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
Yeah, and I will say they've gotten a little bit better since Mania twice now. Backlash, Clash, both of them, even some of the Saturday Night Main Event.
Like, those shows were good. All those shows were good, but what's the difference between any of those shows that we got?
So I will say they have lessened, if you notice, especially at Clash, they've lessened the ads. They're still there, but they were not nearly as bad as what they used to be.
They have, but
they lessened them. They don't put. Well, that's a big deal because Mania was so overstuffed. I'm not. At least they're doing, like Triple H said, we're working on better placement and less of them and getting caps. Part of the reason it was a problem, though, and I'm not saying, feel bad for me for getting more money, but it was TKO taking on an infinite amount of advertisers. They just kept taking them on, and then Triple H had to find a spot for all of them, and he's like, where do I put any of this? We have no room left. Like, we literally have no room left. And they're like, okay, so don't show replays, don't show packages, don't show all that stuff. And he's like, are you kidding? You know, like, he was forced into doing something, allegedly, that he didn't want to do. Yeah! So, we'll see
they have bad solutions. Not any final ones, but bad solutions to any outcome that they have.
Yes.
For their PLEs.
Paul again with the happy poop. Oh, now I am fucking happy. That's the happy alarm going off for the happy poop. That's a game I want to play.
So what's your final grade for Raw, you said?
I said a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, no, a 5.5.
Nice.
So that gives us a 5.25 average. Not a bad average, not a terrible show. Paul gave it a 3 out of 10, as well as some grandma I'd like to hump and fuck Jules and some happy poops. Who else? I know I saw Nate give it a score earlier, and now I'm blind, but Jeremy said he loves the new banner that we have on Twitter that you made me and profile picture. So I wonder if my animation is ready yet.
Maybe.
That's kind of scary. That one is not the animation, the video that came up. Oh, it does turn into the Pride Month logo. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and give this a gander, folks. What do we think? We want to try it out? I think we need to try it out. Neon Pride. I have to label it. Neon Pride. There we go. Let me go ahead and give me 1 second. I can actually do things now without even changing the screen. I'm getting better at stuff, you know? I'm learning, and it's pretty interesting when you don't fuck everything up constantly. You know that, Cody? It's pretty cool.
I mean, I heard it's a good thing.
Yeah, usually I'm a bit of a mess, but let's go ahead and apply scene changes, and then we'll go ahead and apply scene changes, and then we'll go ahead and we'll close, and we'll check it out, and we'll see how it looks. I think we've got our new transition for the month for Pride. Stuart gave it a 1 out of 10. So let's check out our new transition. And let's go ahead and thank Paul for sponsoring the stream. Let's go ahead and check this out quick. We needed some background music. All right, let's check it out. You ready? I like it.
Wow.
Oh, behave. That's pretty sweet. What are we thinking? All right.
Love it.
I knew you would. That's pretty sweet. Let's see it one more time. With the makeup brush coming in. Ah, makeup brush. Oh, I'm beautiful now. Thank you. That is a hell of a gift. And some sparkles. Oh, baby. Whew, he's celebrating that new. A lot of promise in that logo. You know it. And some chili jewels. Oh, baby. God damn.
I like it. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, whoop it up. It's Paul. It's Paul. Big Dick Paul. It's Paul. And more jewels coming our way. He's giving that hundy. That hundy. Indeed. Thank you, sir. Not Pride. Yeah, exactly. You know it, Jer. But, oh my goodness. Let's see if we can turn water into wine here and make a miracle. But every now and again, we're able to find something and make it work. But thank you to everybody for chiming in, for hitting the like button, for subscribing, and helping us get to over 40,000 subscribers. We are now at a current cool 41,032 subscribers, which mind-blowing and totally incredible, but a hell of a lot. Jeremy takes care of me on the back end. That's what he's doing. He's the best producer in the whole wide world, so don't you worry. But yeah, Cody, I know we've got NXT tomorrow, this Wednesday, into Somewhere Weekly, where we'll be previewing what's going on for the remainder of June, because there's a few things to look forward to. And then we have game night coming back Thursday. This Friday, we've got the Smackdown review. That's going to be fun as well. And then a lot to go on over the weekend, so absolute cinema. It's going to be a great time. We've got a lot to look forward to, a lot of fun time with the community. I'm looking to do something bright and early, another one of those coffee streams as well. We've got an episode of Power Wrestling Live finally coming back now that I've got that working. Like we've got some good content on the way, thankfully. Indeed, no spoilers, but yeah, it's funny. I get tagged in the most random of things, as Cody knows. Like, why tag me in it? But still, shocking, you know. At least one of my Banana Club things worked. Yeah, Paul. So we all need it. That's no doubt about it. Yeah, 5.25 from you and I for Raw. That seems to be fair. I'm enjoying the King and Queen of the Ring tournament fatal 4-ways to start off the bracket. It's a bit interesting. Gets more people on the card as well. And I don't mind. Yeah, Stuart, you have nothing to apologize for, my friend. You are, it's what? So 7, 8, 9 a.m. there now. So now you're just getting up if you're me. But still, yeah, you've no way you're watching, so... If it happened at 2, what was it, 6 a.m. for you? Yeah, that's no fun. And I don't blame you for not being able to stay awake. I used to despise when they would go ahead and do terrible time, management and time jobs, as I would call it. I remember like the Beast in the East was like 5 a.m. Remember that, Cody? They would have like these network specials and stuff. 2015, 2016, and they would be like 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm trying to think of when else. They had a few of them for NXT, though, that were like super early in the morning, 7 a.m. It's like, yeah, I'm supposed to review wrestling.
That was the
6:40
Japan one,
a.m.
right? A Beast in the East, yeah.
That was one of them. A few of them had, yeah. So that's Stewart's like, what the fuck are you all bitching about? I deal with that every day. 4 a.m. start is my normal, and I think you have 11 a.m. start usually for Raw. What time does Raw usually start on a weekly regular basis for you, Stewart? Because that's messed up, not just with the time zone, but you having to wait because of the streaming, the access, all these things. So I was going to try and have us all hang out in the Discord for Clash, but that didn't work out because of the HDCP that strips it. Ridiculous. It just shows up as an entire black screen. Nothing. No audio, no, nothing else comes up. Just black. Straight darkness, my old friend. Craziness, Cody. Yeah, but we've got a busy week ahead of us, and I know you got to get out of here as well. So, Cody, tell these amazing people, please, my friend, where they could find you. That's what we need to know.
You can find me over on my Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it nowadays, at Judgment Day Era. You can also find me over on my YouTube, same name, Judgment Day Era. And you can find me over on my Instagram at Cody_Onidi_316.
Give me a hell yeah!
You know it, indeed. And thank you to Cody for being here. We've got the new album out. That's right, our second release of the year. Don't bother me for a while. That's all the music you're getting. These are all the B-sides, rarities, and things that people wanted to post that have yet to be posted. If there's any songs missing that you want and you haven't seen appear, do let me know. Send me a message. Send me a tweet at Countdown Ended, a DM the same name on Instagram. You can hit us up on TikTok at into.somewhere. And make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube, youtube.com/Jake DeMarco. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, hit the like button. It helps out a great deal. We've got 18 tracks on this one. We've got my original first track that we did, the Hunting the Final Shape horror mix on there. A bunch of remasters. The Ballad of Jake is remastered. You Were Mine Forever. Chaos Flows. Static Overflow. Cold Open. And then we added Fire Cody and Paul. Cody's Clues is on there because we only had I Believe in Cody. We've got Dive into Fire. Chairs Fly, the Halloween song. Should Be Watching NXT. My Wife and I singing We See It All. The Final Ride, the Saturday night's main event beat. That one I love. Staying on the Air is remastered with a new alternate verse and ending. All the Proof. You have the Great Egress being brought back to life. You have Split. That's the instrumental hype mix. And then, of course, Into Tonight. So you can go ahead and hear this theme and more on the B-side hits and rarities Into Somewhere second album 2026 release. So thank you all for listening to the music and being one of those 80,000 monthly listeners in the audience. It's really fucking incredible to see that. I am humbled just by that stat alone. You can see right here for our listeners, we have 80.9 monthly listeners, and there's all our stats and stuff. That's the album there, and then you can go back and find the new album as we linked before. So go ahead and check that out, leave a rating, and let us know what you like, what you enjoy, what you want to hear more of, what genres, what style, etc. And make sure you hit the like button for me as well on those. It helps out immensely. Until then, though, I really appreciate you all greatly, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you live tomorrow with NXT and more content from Cody and I. But until then, I hope you all stay sexy and have a great day.
Jake! One more bout, then fade to black. Hey, banana club.